everybody, this is Marie and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot. And today is the last day of September 2022, and I want to take a look at and see what does the card wants to talk about for the upcoming month, for the month of October 2022. What's basically what the advice or the theme that the card wants us to pay special attention to. Now the October is right around the corner, tomorrow. So by the time that you see this post, it will be posted on October 1st. So let's go. Let's see what the cards was to share about any updates for the month of October. What does the cards want us to pay attention to for the month of October, or the overall theme for the month of October 2022. Now for those that are interested, I am using the Llewellyn Classic Tarot deck, and this is the box that it came into. Oops. Accidentally knocked the stand for the camera. Okay, let's see what the purpose is here. That's the overall theme for the month of October 2022. So I just cut it. First card is Strength. 4 sword represent the situation. Past is the world. Present is the 5 of Wands. Future represent 8 of Cups. Clarification is Queen of Cups. And the other clarification is the Star. Okay, interesting. So the first card that popped up to answer the question, what does the overall theme for the month of October, is gonna be, that's the Strength card is the first card to pop up. So the Strength card is a card of patience, is a card of exercising inner strength and also patience. But another way of looking at this card, I don't know if you see this lady, she's on that mountain, edge of this mountain. She is holding the mouth of this lion, and look at her. Her eyes is closed. She has inner peace. She has achieved inner peace, and through taming her primal urges, through the taming of her lower chakra, through the taming of well, another word, way of doing it, looking at it, is doing her shadow work, taming her triggers, taming her lower chakras, her primal urges. She had achieved purity, and not purity as, you know, virgin purity, but I'm talking about spiritual peace of mind, and sometimes it's through the virtue of patience, and that you will achieve that sort of inner understanding of oneself. So right now, the card is, the sweet and short answer is to exercise patience and not be bothered by the menial small things, little details that could trigger you, is to rise above it, and not only to exercise patience, but also to not let little things bother you. So this is what this card is talking about. Um, so that's the first. Now the card that's aspecting that went underneath is the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is a beautiful card. Is a card of being sensitive, of being creative, of being idealistic, of being uh, uh, psychic or emotional mature. So it's as if the card is saying that we are at this point where not only that we are coming to ourselves emotionally, that we're coming to some kind of level of emotional maturity, and in doing so we will have to exercise that strength, that patience. Now that we are aware of what's happening in the world, we are coming into ourselves, we are coming into a level of emotional maturity, we are coming to this awakening. uh, and with that you can become impatient, you can become frustrated. So the Queen of Cup can depict that as well, because she is focusing on this cup. I don't know if you can see uh, this chalice, so much so that it's very ornate. So she can be very focused on her problem, but the card is saying to be exercise patience, to not let uh, 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 things bother you so much, because the situation. Uh, so the card is again emphasizing the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is a card of retreat. It's a card of convalescence. It's a card of taking time out of the world to reflect. Four of swords or anything that deals with information, thoughts, words, also spiritual awakening. Sometimes you have to step back in order to see what's going on. So it's as if the card is double emphasizing the need for people to um, take time to reflect, take time to uh, 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 to use introspect uh, uh, self-respect, self-reflect, and through that another spiritual awakening will come to you. You will come to the realization of certain things. uh, the realization is that uh, well, patience is one of them, but the star cards is saying hope. And the star card is a card of hope, it is a card of healing. The star card is a beautiful card because yes, you're gonna have to be a little patient, uh, and you're gonna have to exercise self-reflection. And in doing that, uh, instead of being quick to judge or quick to act or quick to be triggered, in doing that, the answer will reveal itself, and at the same time, you will get to see that hope and healing is in route. You might not see it right now, but it's right there, and you just need to give it some time to flourish. Because you see this lady, she's naked and she's pouring the water, so it's it's at a point of vulnerability right now. So which is interesting. So in the past, the world the world is ending, is uh, completing a chapter through satisfaction, satisfactory completion of a chapter. So it means that something has come either full circle, or a chapter's ended and a new one is about to begin. And even though, so I'm guessing that will be uh, either the cabal, um, or whatever the nefarious spin that they had in mind is coming to an end. However, there is still a faction that is still small faction that is still fighting to maintain what little left of power that they have. And this is what's going on right now. However, eventually the people uh, uh, the writing is on the wall. Basically, the people will get to see it and be very disappointed with how things been run so far. And another way of looking at it is that the fact a large majority of those bad actors are gonna either resign or be jailed or just gonna leave. So that's a promising card. That's a beautiful thing, and that gives hope, which comes to the star card, because once a person decide to once you're disappointed about something, there's no turning back. You just kind of have to move on from this. And this is a card of people moving on, moving away from what's been happening, going on right now. Nobody's happy. Inflation, interest rate is high, stock market is going down, uh, 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 the yen, the pound is almost close to having a lot of issues right now. So there's a lot of issue, and there's maybe a war coming, because now Ukraine signed the NATO is just sign in with NATO. So there's a lot of people who are emotionally unhappy with what's happening in the world right now, and they just want things to be different. And there, a lot of people are emotionally leaving that way of life behind. So they're quietly resigning, like leaving uh, whatever the globalists were selling, quote unquote, and they want something better. They want something that provides you with happiness, with hope, with something that's more well, healing is one of them, because this is a hope and healing card, but something more balanced, something more in tune with 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 us, you know. So this is what the card is trying to say. And with that Queen of Cup is that we are at that point where emotionally we are mature enough, that we are awake enough, not only emotionally but spiritually, where uh, we just want things to change. We just want the old way. We just want to leave the old way behind. And yeah, so here with the Five of Pentacles, that tells me that there's still gonna be the stock market is might continue to go down. That tells me that inflation might still continue to go up. That tells me that the economy may be showing some sign of stress with that Five of Pentacles. Now, Five of Pentacles is a minor arcana. It's usually a minor um, temporary setback. We may not be feeling it that way because a lot of people are hurting, but again, we're just gonna have to hang in there, because this is a Five of Pentacles. It's a minor setback. It's gonna be a minor hurdle that we're gonna have to overcome, and but once we do, things are gonna get better with that Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a card of, you see this lady, she is waiting for her um, um, her fruit, or harvest, or her the fruit of her labor to harvest, and she's contemplating, she's waiting for this. So I guess for people who have been prepared about either buying gold and silver, or who have started stocking up in case things goes further south than they already are, you're gonna be in a better place. And if you have not been preparing, now would be a good time, to either go to the dollar store and get some canned goods to hold you down if you're on tight budget, or to find out the closest farm that's in your area to stock up, or um, you know to find different ways to just stock up on food, in just in case things get even more uncomfortable. However, the good thing with this Seven of Cards is that eventually things are going to get better for everybody. Even though there's gonna be this short period, five of Pentacle is gonna be some major financial stress for people, but things will get better with that Seven of Pentacle. So I want to stress that. For how long? Uh, it looks like for temporarily for the month of August. Sorry, for the month of October, but things will get better as the days, the weeks go by. There will be relief. So I'm guessing that's probably because the midterm election is gonna come up. So that's something to think about. So okay, now I want to do another look on a week to week to see what, just to get like another further clarification, because now that we've seen the whole theme for the month of October, I want to see like a week to week. So there's gonna be 4 weeks. So we're gonna do one card for each week, and then one card for clarification. So it's gonna be like 8 cards. So let's see. A week to week look for the month of October. Let's do a week to week look for the month of October. Page of Cup, first week, Justice, second week, the Empress, third week, Eight of Sword for a week, the 4th week of October. Gonna do clarification for the first week, second week, Knight of Pentacles, the Fool, and Five of Wands. Okay. So the first week is the Page of Cup. So all pages are messages. Because it's a cup, it's usually either, it could be a young person that's giving that message, or it could be a message itself, and it could be a surprising or creative message. And usually, most of the time, this is the Page of Cups is a surprise message, or the way it came about, it comes out in a surprising way. Now, with the Six of Cups as clarification, it's usually a message that comes about in a very kind and loving way. So I wonder who or where this is coming from, because those 2 cards together are beautiful, because that's a message of sort, a surprising message, because this card is usually a very loving, a very playful, a very kind card. And a Six of Cups is usually either a card of a giving, it could be a card of sibling, it could be a card of friendship, it also can be a card of somebody in your past that's coming around to and doing an act of kindness. So both of it together, it feels like it's a message of love, a message of either somebody that we know, somebody in the past that's coming in to share something just beautiful in a creative way. So that's interesting. We're just gonna have to look out. We're gonna have to look out for this and see where that, if what kind of message and how it's coming from and where it's coming from. But it looks like it's gonna be like a very loving and caring message. Okay, so this is good. So the second, so that's the theme for the first week, the Page of Cup, and then the Six of Cup. That's clarification. So I'm gonna turn it over, then I'll be done with it. The second week is gonna be the theme for the second week is justice. So uh, the second week, so it justice tells me either there's gonna be some lawsuit that's gonna be in the talk. So I wonder if it's the Durham thing or the Elon Musk thing. I know there were a lot of legal thing on the docket that were expected to come out for the month of October. So I wonder if that has anything to do with it, or it can be about well, if it was like mass arrest, that would be nice, right? But I know it's gonna be some legality um, of sort. So we're gonna have to wait and see what's that about. I'm thinking in my mind the Durham case or the Elon Musk case. So we're gonna have to wait and see if it's correct or if it's coming from something else. Excuse me. And the card that comes underneath is the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is movement. So there's gonna be a lot of movement happening pertaining illegality, because we just and you know, the Justice card can also depict timing, because divine timing or cosmic timing, or it could be cosmic karmic retribution of sort as well. So there's different ways of looking at it, but for some reason I'm feeling it's more of a legality card in this sense, in that things are going to be moving slowly. Sorry. Oh wow. But it is, the information is going to reach its destination, and it's going to be fruitful. It's just going to take some time. So because anything that deals with pentacles are a little bit slower, it takes some time for that information or evidence or fact to come to fruition or to be out there in the public, because as you know, the media is trying their best to stop any information from coming out there. It's censoring a lot, and there's possibility that there might be a purge coming up soon. But with that Knight of Pentacles, it's gonna be moving slowly, but it's gonna reach its destination. The information, the fact, right there. So you know, so that's a beautiful card. That gives a lot of hope and positivity. So that's beautiful for the second week. Justice, moving slowly but moving nonetheless. So that's beautiful theme right there for the second week. For the third week is the Empress. So the Empress is a beautiful card. The Empress is a Venus card. The Empress is a woman, divine feminine. She loves her comfort. She's a creature of comfort. As you can see, she's sitting there luxurious in her beautiful garment, and she is abundance personified. The waterfall in the background, the field of wheat, all of this depicts fertility, depicts abundance. It's a beautiful card. So the third week tells me that something grand is coming, because Empress is usually a positive card, because it depicts comfort and abundance of sort. So that, I wonder what it's about, because underneath it says the Fool. Now the Fool is new beginning. The Fool is a person that's about to undertake a new journey. It's about, so you see him with the dog, a free spirit, no care in the world, not a lot of baggage, starting out his journey in life, and very free spirit, very not idealistic, but kind of, sort of, and very green, right? like a grasshopper, and he's about to undertake this new journey, not even looking where he's putting his stepping his foot. He's just starting out new. So it tells me with the Empress, something abundance, something new is about to start for us on the third week of October. What is it? I wonder if it has anything with the uh, financial system. I wonder if it has anything to do with the upcoming midterm. I mean, there's so many uh, things, but it looks like it's gonna give us a reprieve of sort. I, you know, so this is something that we're gonna have to take a look, wait and see what that third week represent. Is that a new change in the economy? Is it a new change like in the world? But it looks like it's gonna supply abundance. It's gonna supply comfort. It's gonna, uh, uh, but that is gonna that abundance card, that independence, that luxury, that fertility card. It looks like it's gonna take hold uh, or commence its journey on that third week. So something big is about to happen. It looks like it's gonna be to the benefit of everybody. What is it? I am not sure, because the Empress card can be such a broad card. So is it gonna be like uh, supply? Will it be like supply and demand is gonna be getting a reprieve? I mean, there could be so many ways of looking at it. Is it the Jasara Nasara reevaluation of the financial system that's gonna start kickstart? So there's so many ways of looking at it, but however, something big is scheduled to happen for the third week. And now, awesome. So the third week, the first card is the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is this, all swords is thoughts, information, and it could be spiritual awakening as well. In this particular situation, this lady, she is loosely bound uh, by this rope. Uh, she could get free at any time that she wants, but her mind, she's stuck on that information, on that belief. So another way of looking at this card is limited belief. Sometimes people are in prison of their own making. Sometimes if you believe, you're stuck in believing certain belief system that is not permitting you to move forward. If you are raised in believing that you are beautiful, you are going to think and know that you are beautiful. The same way that if you believe that you were not smart, and once you're stuck with that idea, it's very difficult for you to snap out of that mindset unless you decide to get out of that bondage yourself. So that's one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is about arrest. So I wonder who's gonna be arrested, or so that's could be one way of looking at it. And the other way of looking at it is that some people are still stuck on the idea that everything is fine, that everything is beautiful, and that the world is not falling apart. I mean, some people are very stubborn that way, but I think it's time for a lot of people to awaken to the fact that every city, every country is having issues. There's a lot of protests everywhere. Now is not the time to put your head in the sand. People need to wake up and not be in denial. So that's one way of looking at it. Of October, there's gonna be, I'm thinking, arrests, and I'm also thinking about people who still don't want to realize what's going on. So this could be internal conflict within ourselves. Well, not ourselves, but people who are still trying to maintain that image that everything is okay. But it could also depict either arrests, and then resulting some of these arrests. I'm thinking people like Antifa coming out in the streets to wreak havoc, and to do what was done, a couple years ago. when things were not going their way, and Antifa came out and destroyed a lot of cities so that they can make sure that their candidate they got in power. So, wow, so much packed for the month of October. Um, we're just gonna have to keep a lookout. And thank you for your time. Please share, like, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye.